For those of you that are still wondering what it is they want, the white supremacist MAGA hatters, that's what they want. They want white America. And they would rather burn the country to the ground than see a black woman sit in the White House. It's that simple. It has nothing to do with taxes or tariffs or making your life better or giving people a better wage. None of it matters. If a white man ran, that person would have won. And they couldn't stomach a black man sitting in the White House. It triggered them. So they went back to the plantation owner. And I'm going to say this over and over again until everybody hears me as loud as you can hear me. For all of you podcasts that are out there, all of you pros getting millions of views talking about, oh, let me interview celebrities and famous people and news reporters and talk about the tax plan. You're missing the whole goddamn point. It doesn't matter if the red or the blue team are sitting in the White House. Talk about racism because that's what this is. Make America white again. They're building concentration camps in Florida. They're racially profiling people. People that serve this country because they looked like they were non-white. So they must be a victim. And isn't that what we've done since the history of this country? Oh, look, there's a black person at night. They must be committing a crime. Let me turn on my police lights and pull him over. Woo, woo. Well, I guess he's okay, but he looks suspicious because, he wasn't white. So he must have been doing something wrong. DEI, CRT, trans people, gay people, taking out the bust of Martin Luther King, taking away the history of Rosa Parks and Jackie Robinson, the Tuscany Airmen. Yeah, totally not racist. Did it to black people. Elon Musk did the salute. Questioning the birth of Barack Obama. Dinner with white nationalists. Very fine people on both sides. The Central Park Five. Yeah, totally not a racist. But can we just agree to disagree? No, we can't. Because you are fine with all of that immorality. And the time where you get to be a racist and just agree to disagree is gone. And this moment in our country should have happened a damn long time ago, hundreds of years ago, when the racist founding fathers that owned black people like livestock, when we should have stood up then and said that's unacceptable. Because all of you white supremacist MAGA red hatters, this is a Christian nation win. When black people were worth 3/5 of a person, Jim Crow, segregation. Oh, you mean the same Christian nation where black people couldn't praise Jesus in the same church as white people? Wow, what a great Christian nation this has been. When women don't have the right and they go into sepsis, look what happened to Adriana Smith and Amber Thurman. Wow, praise Jesus, so pro-life. And your plantation owner literally pardoned 1,500 white people, U.S. citizens, that attacked cops and have long-term disabilities, and Officer Sitnik is no longer here. Wow, what a Christian nation! But who are you to judge? By your fruits shall you be judged. You voted for a racist, you are one. You are what you eat, in the words of our teachers. You voted for it. You liked it. And you hoard yourself out for capitalism as well. You think there was a coincidence that we haven't had a woman in 249 years? You always say you want the best candidate, and it's always a man. Oh, I wonder. Hillary Clinton wasn't a felon. Insurrection. Tax fraud, didn't cheat, Couldn't vote for her, right? Couldn't vote for the black woman either. And even in the primaries in 24, you didn't want the woman in the Republican primaries. Hell, I didn't agree with her, but at least she understood foreign policy, but you just couldn't vote for the woman, right? Until we address the MAGA white supremacy in this country, because that's what it is. This is their Hail Mary. This is their moment to put everything out there. Everything else is a distraction. All the other crap going on. It's gaslighting. They're putting people in cages in Florida. You're okay with that? I'm not. And I'm going to say it one last time. You can use your white privilege to sit in your comfy, air-conditioned home and give thoughts and prayers to people, or you can do what I'm doing right now and get out there and speak about it. Call it out. Talk to your family members. Talk to the ones that wear the red hats. Make them feel uncomfortable. Hey, you know what? You took away my rights as a woman. I don't want you over here for Thanksgiving dinner. Think about that. Yeah, I know it's harsh. But that family member, that friend that allegedly loves you, is telling you what you can do with your body. That's not love, that's control. And I've had enough of people controlling other people, because that's all we've done since the inception of this country is control people. Black people, Native Americans, women, Asians, Hispanics, immigrants, Muslims. That's all this country has done is demonize anybody that's not a straight white man. But if you sexually abuse a woman, praise Jesus, you get to be president because, hey, nobody's perfect, right? Call it out, people. That's the root of where we are. White supremacy.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel once again. Now, white supremacy, seemingly history is repeating itself in the United States, and this white man might be cancelled by his own people for speaking out the truth because truth hurts. Since Donald Trump got into the office, a lot of things has happened. It seems like they want to do away with the black and the brown people in the United States to make it white again. Some of the white people are waking up right now, calling out the MAGA who voted for Donald Trump because they cost America greatly. And one of them is this man. He is preaching it and he is saying it the way it is supposed to be said. So guys, let's continue watching the clip because I know you will like the truth that this man is preaching out. I'm your host, Dash Lifestyle, and if you are new here, kindly consider subscribing and also give video a thumbs up.
I don't know about you, but I'm tired of what's happening right now. And I'm tired of politicians in fancy suits that are getting paid $165,000 to $180,000 a year of our money that we bust our ass for, telling us what they're going to do with it. Have they helped raise minimum wage? Have they helped give us a living wage? Have they helped with the cost of housing? 14 million children go to school hungry every day. What have they done for them? Over 40,000 people pass away from gun violence. What have you done about that? Women's rights. Texas has a 50% increased sepsis rate. Look what happened to Andrew Smith, the Gilead. You're not pro-life, you're forced birth. We live in a social contract. We agree to pay our taxes, follow the laws, follow the Constitution, listen to cops, go to the, follow the speed limits, and so on and so forth. The government has broken their part of the social contract. They're supposed to use our taxes to make our lives better, and they're not. The president is ignoring the Constitution. He is at some point going to try to undo birthright citizenship, which is a constitutional right. He's taken away due process from people. He's talking about doing away with habeas corpus. He's putting us into a trade war, which is going to decimate the U.S. economy. He's going after private citizens with executive orders. And the Congress, which is supposed to be the checks and balances, is nowhere to be found. You have the Republicans, which is Make America White Again, the modern day Confederacy. That party couldn't stomach the black man sitting in the White House with President Obama, so they did what they always do. They got triggered, and they went back to the plantation owner, the most unqualified, uneducated, idiotic white man that's picking their pocket over the most qualified black woman. Because for them, a black woman was just too far. That's DEI. That's CRT. It's racism. That's what it is. Mixed in with misogyny. Hard stop. So stop the crap about tariffs and I wanted more gas, because now gas is going up. Now he's playing AD chess. It is white supremacy. Period. That's it. The Democrats don't have a backbone for the majority of them. 50 of them voted for Marco Rubio, that traitor that sided with Vladimir Putin. 10 of them voted for the CR. 10 of them voted to censure Al Green. Cory Booker stands up for 26 hours. Yay, Cory Booker. Then what does he do? Votes for Charles Kushner, a man guilty of tax fraud and witness tampering, because, way to go, Cory Booker.
Take that money from Charles Kushner. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. And then 14 Democrats voted for the crypto bill. And then 127 of you didn't vote for the impeachment. And then you show up on CNN and MSNBC and your favorite left-wing radio show and you go, we have to fight this. We have to do everything we can. Are you going to vote for impeachment? No, I can't do that. It's not politically advantageous for me. It's not going to work, so I'm not going to do anything. And people in wheelchairs got zip tied to the Capitol because they did more to stop fascism than you did. Both parties suck. So we have a choice, people. If the people that aren't elected to do their jobs aren't going to fix this system, then I'm going to propose that we don't participate in the system anymore. We go on a general strike. If we have 3.5% of this population that stops working, stops paying federal taxes, and protests every day until this government works for us, we can change this country. But we're going to have to be uncomfortable. We're going to get bumps and bruises and broken bones. That's unavoidable. And for the people that say I can't afford it, I've been there. I've had to sell my comic book collection to buy gas. I sold my PlayStation to pay my rent. I didn't even have a bike and I walked to work 3.5 miles each way. I've been there. I have lived it. But the reason that you're there is the reason that we have to do this. Nobody should be living paycheck to paycheck when we have a $4 trillion budget and we call ourselves the greatest country in the world. We're not the greatest country in North America, people. I would say Canada, Mexico, and then us. That's where we are. We're a third world country right now. And for all of you little MAGA that get your panties in a twat, oh, how dare you? This country has never been great for everybody. It was designed by racist founding fathers that own black people, designed to benefit 21-year-old landowning white men in every demographic, women, minorities, black people, immigrants, everybody that doesn't fit into your bigoted worldview of white Christian nationalism has been treated less than. Even now, we're demonizing immigrants. Oh, Paul, that's not it. I want them here legally. You voted for a white man who's a convicted felon, who abuses women, who's told over 30,000 lies, who questioned the birth of our first black president, has dinner with Nick Fuentes, a white nationalist, didn't rent to black people, the Central Park Five, but somehow he's a white man and that's okay. But the brown people that have been here for 30 years that have never committed a crime, somehow they get zip tied if you're pregnant and thrown into a jail. Yeah, you're racist. You are. I voted for that, but you are. You voted for it. You're right. You are. And those people, they're not going to move because it's who they've always been. And I've had enough of it. And I think a lot of us have had enough of that and the two-party system. If you're ready to make a change, sign the general strike petition. We just hit 1,400 people. I understand it's not millions and millions, but every movement needs to start somewhere. So here I am. In my bio is a link, or you can go to directly at 2025strike.com. Sign it, share it. That's the way to do it. On July 9th, I'm interviewing Eric Swalwell to see if he will support the general strike. I'm going to try to do it live on my TikTok channel and or YouTube. If not, it will be posted. We're going to have to save ourselves. Nobody's coming to save us here. The political system itself is broken. I understand people are happy that this guy won a mayor's race in New York. Good for him. Congratulations. The system is broken. Until we reverse Citizens United, we take out APAC money, until congressmen have to take away their stocks, until we implement gun reform, until we give people a living wage. It's been $7.25 since 2009. What's the point of doing this over and over again with politicians asking for money? You know what? I know you're living paycheck to paycheck, but please give me $10. I know you only make $7.25 an hour, or if you're a tipped worker, $2.13. But can you find it in your heart to give me $10 because I really need it so I can get elected and don't do a damn thing to make your life better? Can you do that, please? No, that time's over. Stop donating, people. You want to do something else? Change your party affiliation to independent. I left both parties. You want to speak? Speak with your money. Speak with your registration party. And then you go on a general strike. And we shut the country down until actual change happens. We're going to have to say this from ourselves. This is a pivotal moment. 2025strike.com. You call it a revolution. I'm fine with that. I have no problem with that. This system is not working for the benefit of the people of this country. It is working for the very rich. And we're also fighting against the MAGA white supremacists. And that needs to stop. It takes one of us at a time. We are each a grain of sand, but if you get enough grains of sand, you can have a beach. You get even more, and you can have an island. Sign the petition. We can change this country together.
To all the minorities that voted for Trump, do you know what white Trump supporters really think about you? What they say behind closed doors? I used to be conservative. I grew up around a bunch of Trump supporters. Let me tell you, these people do not give a fuck about anybody but themselves. And you might think they like you as a person, but they don't like you. They hate you. They only like what you stand for. As soon as you switch up, they're going to switch up too. They only like you now because you are giving more power to white supremacy. Every white Trump supporter I've ever met is at least mildly racist, if not full-blown ignorant. Back when I had these conservative beliefs, every time the topic of racism would pop up, I would stand my ground. I don't believe in that. I think you're wrong. And they would label me a liberal. Before I even identified as a liberal, I was labeled by them as a liberal for speaking out against racism. So basically, if you're against racism, you're considered a liberal. If you are for or compliant with racism, you are considered conservative. And I didn't create this division, they did. I heard many of their conversations talking shit about every person who is not white. Any person who is not them, they have a problem with. And the ones who are mildly racist are even worse, because when they get around somebody who is full-blown ignorant, they become just as ignorant and just as loud and arrogant as they are. They will not defend you. They will not fight for you. As soon as they have gotten what they need out of you, they will treat you just like the rest of them.
It's time to speak up. Well, it appears the joke's on me. It appears I have been the biggest fool alive. You see, before the last couple of days, I knew that there was a segment of MAGA who just hated, who just wanted to burn the world down, and they don't care who they hurt. In the meantime, I knew there was that section, but I really, really thought that most of MAGA just didn't get it. I really thought they just didn't understand. They didn't understand economics because it's complicated. They hadn't studied Project 2025, so they didn't know what was coming. But I really thought when he got in there and started doing the things that hurt so many people, that they would realize, and that they would, but they don't care. Y'all have been telling me this for 2 months, and I kept saying, no, we just have to explain it to them. We just have. Now, I know there are a few, and I thank you guys. You make it worth sticking with this. But over the last couple of days, I have realized that the majority of Republicans do not care how many people are hurt. And they are exactly what Palpatine said. They're the ones he was talking about when he said he could unalive someone in public and they would still vote for him. I thought they just wanted lower egg prices. I thought they were struggling in the economy and it was hard and they wanted their lives to be easier, and they listened to that. And that's why they voted for him. But they don't care. They literally don't care how many other people in this world are hurt. See, the difference is I'm willing to pay more for my eggs. If it means no one in my country goes hungry tonight, I am willing to pay more for my eggs. If it means everybody can have an egg. But they really don't care. And I am heartbroken that so many in my country don't care. That so many won't go love their neighbor. But I want to thank those of you who are. You're the ones keeping me going. Go love your neighbor.
So guys, I hope you have watched that video and you have listened to what the white Americans, they have come out and said the truth about America. He has come out and say majority of the white people, especially the MAGA people, they went ahead and vote for Donald Trump because they went to vote for cheap grocery. They went ahead and vote for the American to be great again. They really want to change things in America, and Donald Trump promised that he's going to lower the cost of living. He's going to make the better of he's going to make the life of Americans be easy in America. But that it is not what it is happening right now. A lot of things it has changed, and also this white man is calling our own people, her own community, to come out and tell the people the truth about what it is happening. These people, they went ahead and vote against their own interest, but right now also them, they are really suffering to the policy because of the Donald Trump policy. These people, they knew that Donald Trump policy, it will only affect the black people and the Latinos people and the illegal immigrant people. This is one of the reasons to why majority of the MAGA people, they went ahead and vote for Donald Trump, knowing that his policy, it will only affect the black people, the Latinos, the Mexican, the Asian people, all those immigrant people. The policy, it will going to affect them. But right now you can see also them, they are really crying because we have seen how the ICE, it is treating people. The other day we saw how ICE went after the Asian man in Brooklyn, but the Asian man, he decided to jump over ICE. He decided to fight with ICE agent in Brooklyn. So this is to tell you that majority of the also immigrant people, they're really tired with how the ICE it is treating people in America. And also majority of Americans, that have been coming out and really crying because of how ICE it is operating. Right now ICE it is abducting people. This is not how ICE it is supposed to be, but ICE, they are acting like these people, they are abducting people. You can imagine ICE it has managed to separate families in the United States. Also, even the Americans themselves, the American citizens, they are really complaining. They are really complaining with how ICE it is disturbing them, because ICE, they don't, they only concentrate with the color, and that's why the white man has come out and say Donald Trump is really is acting like a racism because he's targeting only one color. And you know that Donald Trump, he came out and said that he wants to make America great again, simply that he wants American to be for the Americans people only. He wants white America. He doesn't want to see any color, whether the brown color, whether the black color, whether the Asian. He doesn't want to see other color apart from white color in America. And that's why he's fighting so hard together with the ICE, so that they can deport, so that they can move out those people who are not Americans in America. So this tell you that he really wants to maintain the true color of his country. And we know that this is all because of the MAGA people. Also themselves, they are being affected because they are having some of the relative who their color, it is not so that white. So because of the difference of the color, ICE doesn't care. He wants to come and see if you are true United States citizen or you are not a United States citizen. So what ICE they are doing, it is they're abducting. You can even imagine, you might be in the hospital, you are going to get a treatment, but when you are starting to get treatment, you can see the ICE is coming to check first of all your details to know if you are really American citizen, if you have a proper document in America. If you don't have, they cannot even treat you. They will not care about that. You might be deported even without being treated. You can see, you can be even in your family with your children, with your wife, and the other thing, you can see the ICE knocking your door. Immediately when they see you don't have paper, they don't care if these children, they don't care if it is the family, you have children, you have a wife in America. The first thing, they will deport you and they will leave your wife with your children in America. So this is how ICE they are operating. They will separate so much families. We are having a lot of people, they are really crying in America because of the ICE, and all this problem, it is because of the MAGA people. And that's why these white people, they are coming out and calling their fellow white people they're telling them that it is now the highest time for them to change, simply because of what they did. You know, the MAGA people, they voted against their own interests, knowing that they will not affected. Also for them, they are being affected, especially for those farmers. You have seen how the white farmers, they are really crying because the people who were helping them in their farms, they have been deported. Yeah, those illegal immigrant people, that the ones who are helping the white farmers in their farms, they were using them and paying them low wages so that they can work in their farms. But these people, they went ahead and knew these people, they will be deported, and they voted for Donald Trump. Right now we are seeing that the black people who have been left, they are feared even to go and work in the white farms because of how ICE might come to the farms and deported them. So because of black people fearing to go and work in the white farmers, they have been left stranded. Majority of them right now, they are going bankrupt. They don't have money. Majority of them, they are begging the black people to come and work in their farms, and yet we know they will not pay the wages, they will not pay good wages to the black people, simply because these people, they were using advantage of the illegal immigrant people because they don't have papers. So they were paying them low wages. But right now, there's nobody willing to work in their farms. If they want people to work in their farms, they need to pay a higher wages so that the black people and the other people can come and work in the white farms. But right now, they are really crying. They are going bankrupt. They don't have food. So all this, it is because they went ahead and voted for their own interest. And that's why they have started to call each other. So these are some of the truths that it is being unfolded, and this now we are knowing that these people, they didn't vote because they want America to be that good. These people, they voted in so that they can they voted against their own interests so that Donald Trump can make their life more easy and they can make the life of the other people hard. But Donald Trump policy, it has come, and also it is striking them very hard, and they are really crying. So we have seen also some of the videos to whereby the white people, they have also losing their jobs. The other white people, they are like really crying because they cannot even afford right now basic necessities. So all this, it is because of themselves. And for me, I keep on telling that these people, black people, they want them early, but they didn't listen. So right now, they are really crying. And for me, what I can tell them, it is to come together and also use the same method, use the same method to bring this man down. The same method that you use to put him in power, it is the same method that you can use to bring him out of power. So kindly guys, this video was for educational purposes and to tell you exactly what the MAGA people and the white people, they are going through. It is an educational video, and thank you so much. Kindly, if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe, watch this video, like this video, and share with your family and your friends. Thank you so much. Bye bye.